Aloha, everyone. I'm Rick Kirkham of ProactiveComputerSupport.com. I recently got a compliment from a nice lady who took time to comment on one of my YouTube videos on how to attach a photo and download a photo from Gmail. I thanked her for that, but the problem with that video was it's ancient. There's actually more features and things like that that you can do with Gmail and attachments and files and photos. Photos are files, by the way, in case you're wondering, but I do a lot of computer tutoring, both in-home and remotely. So I want to make sure that everyone understands that there actually is no difference between the two. In case anyone's wondering, I'm trying to avoid saying ums and ahs all the time and fill in the silence. If you hear silence, there was going to be an there, which I decided not to put in. Haha. So let's go to our practice Gmail here. If you email me to this email, I won't be responding it. I hardly ever check it. But let's go ahead and compose an email. When you compose an email, you click on Compose. When I do my tutoring, I like to use phrases that are on the screen. So let's send that right to us. We're going to send that right to us. And when I do a subject and I'm attaching in something to the email, I like to say attached. Attached is Rick's Google Drive and Gmail webpage. Earlier on, I had used one of Chrome's features and actually printed my web page to a PDF. That's a video for another time, but let's click on the diagonal right here so we can expand this out and see what's going on. Now, there's a couple ways that you can attach an email. A couple ways you can attach a file to an email here in Gmail. You can drag and drop it. So let's open up File Explorer. And let's go to downloads because I happen to know it's in downloads. And here's my PDF. So I can actually grab this and drag it. Now remember, you've got to know where your files are in File Explorer. I've got clients that don't look at anything unless it's in the software that they're using. So if you're looking for something that you did not download from the internet, it's probably right here in Documents. So you can usually find it right there. Let's go ahead and close that. And let's go ahead and remove this attachment by clicking on the X, because another way to attach a file to an email is the same way that you do in your office. You take two pieces of paper, and what do you grab to put them together? A paper clip. So let's click on the paper clip. And let's go. I happen to know this is in downloads. So let's click on downloads. And then it's a Windows thing, folks. We click on open, but that doesn't mean we're opening it. It just means that we're attaching it. So let's click on open there. Okay, and then from there we can send our document. And you'll find send in the lower left-hand corner here. And it came back to us already. So a couple of neat things here. Most files are compatible with Google Drive and Gmail to where I can actually click on the attachment nowadays without even opening up the email. And it will actually open right there in your Gmail account without you having to download it. Okay, if you want to get back to your Gmail, you see how when you move your mouse, you get that arrow on the upper left-hand side? Okay, you click on that to go back to your Gmail. Then you can actually open this up if you want to, because there's a few more features here. So first off, you see that you have a thumbnail of your attached file. You can put your mouse over that and you get more features. And so this is the actual title of the web page that I wrote. So if I click on this, once again, I get the same thing. I get this showing up right here. And we've already seen that, but there's a couple of other interesting things you can do now. First off, you got the down arrow here where you can actually download the file. A lot of end computer users are more comfortable with downloading it, so it's right there on the computer. And a lot of times they like to print it out too, and that's okay. It took me a while to get used to, but it does happen. Okay. The other thing you can do, and this is actually, in my opinion, better because it's not if the computer will crash, it's when the computer will crash, and are you ready for that? So another way you can handle this is you can actually add to your Google Drive. Google Drive gives you 15 gigabytes of free storage. That's plenty for the average person. So if I click on that, okay, then the attachment's been added, but I can also go to organize now because you can actually make folders in Google Drive. And in this particular Google Drive, I don't have any folders, but guess what? I can make a folder. See this little plus sign right here? Click on new folder. I can, whoop, I said, did you hear that? I'll type in Google Drive help. Click on the check mark. And then I click on move here. And there it is. And let's say for some reason I want to go there to find it. I can click, and by the way, this is not my primary account, so you're going to see my other account here, and that's okay. But I'll click on this waffle right here, and I'll bring it down to go down to where it says Drive. Click on that. Okay, and this is my Gmail account, or sorry, my Google Drive account. By the way, if you're going to hear people say, do you have a Gmail account or do you have a Google account? It's the same thing. It's basically the same thing. If you have a Gmail account, you have a Google account, and it is your Gmail address. You can also make a Google account with other types of emails, but if you're pretty much use your computer for work and don't really get into the back end of the computer, I would just go ahead and make a Gmail for your Google account. So let's go ahead and click on, and I don't want to turn that on because it's not my main Google Drive. So let's double click on Google Drive Help. And there's the attachment that we saved. And let's double click on this. And once again, there's our attachment that we made. So there's a lot of different ways that you can work with Google Drive and Gmail. And this is just one way to handle attachments in Gmail. I personally use Gmail for all of my other email accounts, including my domain-based email accounts. That means like just me at mobilecomputersupportoahu.com actually goes to my Gmail, and I can set it up so that if I respond from that email, it actually responds from just me at mobilecomputersupportoahu.com. But that's for another time. And in the meantime, enjoy your Gmail and enjoy your computer. This is Rick Kirkham of proactivecomputersupport.com. God bless you.